Jiagwit is startling agus falche go Brennan CAA YouTube channel agus Wyatt is alamdom agus inu. I will be talking about the ever wondrous nightmare that is the state of Washington and her city flags. And in doing so, I will lose just even more of my brain cells and want to live, because at this point, I don't really want to talk about Washington for a few reasons. Could be worse, it could be Minnesota. But that video will come eventually. We just have to be very patient. We will get there eventually. Anyways, I saw that a lot of people wanted to watch, and a lot of people did watch my video on the double-headed yellow-naped parrot species. So my next ornithology long video will be about kakapos from New Zealand. Why? Because it's my channel. I get to do what I want here. But yes, today we'll be going to talk about the city flags of the desolately green state of Washington. And so, yeah. Yeah, that's about it. I could have turned this into another, like Washington and Oregon. I could have done that, Cascadia. I'm just not going to, though, because I'm lazy. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, doing it that way would actually be less lazy. But whatever. I already made up my mind. So, we're doing Washington. And if you don't like it, you can leave. Just kidding. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. I like having views. So, anyways, yeah. So, without further ado, please enjoy. For a lot of members of the vexillology community, this flag is a black mark for some reason. The reason why a great many members of the vexillology community consider this flag to be some sort of black mark on our beloved studies is because it is quote-unquote racist. I would like you to tell me how, but sure, why not? People that hate this flag because there's an Indian person's face on it. Which honestly, that sentence sounds more racist than there actually being an Indian guy's face on the flag. That's just my thought, though. The individual in question, if memory serves, is Chief Seattle, which is a pretty integral part of Seattle's history, don't you think? So I think it's foolish and oddly ridiculous to complain about that. Other than that, I'm not a huge fan of the words, but, it's a city flag. It's not like anyone cares. I think it looks pretty cool, personally. This is unequivocally the ugliest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. And I have seen some ugly things, let me tell you. This has got to be the most terrible flag I have ever seen. This looks like a tile design in a petite baleen. Are you kidding me? This is god-awful. Get rid of it. Just burn it. This is ugly. This is terrible. This should not be a flag of any kind. If it should be anything, it should be a marble tile in a petite baleen restroom. Comprende? I don't know what to think about this flag. I think, one part of my noggin is saying, yeah, it's doing too much, and another part of my noggin is saying, I kind of like this. And the rest of my noggin is saying, whoever designed this clearly does not understand what wind is. This looks like a flag that was not designed to be flying. However, I personally like the flag itself. Taking the big, massive words that says Vancouver, USA on the top, take those off, and you have a smashing flag. Other than that, I really don't know. I really can't complain about this. This looks pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. This is not a flag. This looks like the company logo for a wetsuit company. This is garbage. This is absolutely rubbish. This is basura. This looks like what would happen if you told Pepsi to go have a baby with a wetsuit company. This is garbage, and you know it is. Get rid of it. Change it. This is clearly not meant to be waving over anything or anyone. Again, this looks like a wetsuit company, okay? This is garbage. Just, ugh. I'm done. I'm just done with this video.